Don, first, let me just say a great big thank you for joining us here today to talk about Agile and what you're doing at the bank. So Agile has its roots in IT and software development lifecycle, but it's more than that. And you've really got to engage with people outside of IT. How do you get the non-IT people Agile ready?
The non-IT, wow, what a great question. Let me start, David, by thanking you for providing this opportunity to talk about Agile. Everyone should know that you've been pushing me. And one of the things that I think happens is when you push someone's thinking and you make them aware of the kind of the art of the possible, all of a sudden good things happen. You've done that with me. What I find I have to do is do that again with the business.
Yes.
And that means sit down with business leaders and say, hey, Agile isn't about software alone. Yes, a group of really good computer scientists went into the desert. Yes, they wrote a manifesto about this is the way development should go. But it really is now about business. This is the way, if it worked for developing software that much better, then it will work for developing just about anything as you think about bringing products and ideas to market. Once I start that conversation, it just seems to take off.
And the business people embrace it.
They get it. Well, first off, I can point to organizations that are doing it and show them the share price of what they've been able to do in terms of true shareholder value and the value they're able to bring to their clients. And that's what we're in the business of doing. So once I show these examples, then they're saying, well, maybe there's something there.
Yeah. And do you have examples where there's not IT involved, where you're still applying the Agile way of working and Agile thinking?
I'll give you one example, the Apple Watch. The day Apple came out with a watch, I started getting phone calls from the business saying, can we put our apps on that? And we were actually first to market in financial services doing that. We couldn't have done it if we had done it in a traditional SDLC way. We had to get the business involved and say, what is it that someone is going to want to have as a wearable as it relates to their bank? And then the imagination started to grow, and from there they could take it into an actual requirement, and then we were able to work literally on a global basis. We brought in our innovation lab in Israel, in Tel Aviv, to help us build out the proper security for it. We wrapped it and brought it to market in 120 days. There's no way we could have done that in a traditional go-to-market model. Now we can get things out in 120 days, and I really think it changes the frame of thinking.
Right. So you've been doing Agile for quite a while, and you've had some great success. If you look back over the last 2 years or so, how have you evolved in how you apply and think and do work in a more Agile way today versus 2 years ago?
2 years ago, I probably would not have been as focused in on blockers as I am today. And one of the things that I believe is a great output of the Agile methodology is once you get the proper amount of subject matter experts around a problem, what quickly evolves is an idea that someone else will say, we can't do. And so in my chair, I actually enjoy the position where things that can't be done are then brought forward to me and to our CIO council, where we now have the opportunity of saying, well, we can do that. Or we can't do that, we don't want to do it for a variety of reasons, and telling the group so they're not spinning their wheels or retrading on the idea, they can then move on to the next idea. And I think that's something, for my own maturity, I had to grow.
Yeah. So you've had a great journey. You've achieved a lot of great results. You cited the example of the Apple Watch, and I know there are many others. Where do you go from here with this?
I really think we need to run the entire bank in an Agile fashion. And I think those conversations are being discussed. I know they're being discussed. I think it just can't be any Agile model. It's got to be a Citi Agile model in terms of running the bank. And we did that with Lean, right? We just this week announced that we have 80,000 people across Citi now certified in a Citi Lean methodology. I now think we need to do the same push right across the bank in Agile. And as we get everyone on the common language and the common methodologies, I really think it will help us move the cycle time. And we are a client-first organization. We are in business to help our clients manage their financial lives, both as individuals and as institutions. The better we do that, the faster we can provide outcomes, the happier they're going to be. And so it's really within our core.
Oh, that's fantastic. Don, you've achieved a lot with Agile at Citi. Congratulations, and thank you for being with us here today.
Well, David, thank you, and thank you for helping us.